What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Games, and as you can see I'm bringing to you guys an Extruder deck profile update. But not only just an Extruder profile deck update, this is using all the brand new support that we just had revealed a couple of days ago of recording this video, probably a week when it gets uploaded, maybe give or take, I'm not sure. I just send the videos into YouTube and then I don't know when they get uploaded. Jokes aside though, seriously though, this is using all the brand new support because I could not wait. The moment I even saw Dale's message when I was at work saying, Joe, new Extruder card. I'm like, what? I must see this. And I took a look at them, and two of them I absolutely love. The others, not so, like, they're okay, they're cool, they have uses, they have gimmicks, but you'll see what's, I think of them truly in terms of like, are they going in the profile once we get to the profile. But not only am I going to spoil you guys with a future deck profile, but I'm also going to show you guys two one-card combos that you can do the entire Extruder combo with just one card. Both of them act pretty much exactly the same, so I'm probably only going to go through the combo once as an entire whole, but I'll show you how it starts off differently depending who you open with. So before I get into all of that, if you enjoy, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification bell, because obviously if you enjoy a person's content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss out on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that. And all of that's greatly appreciated, and we thank you guys so much for doing so. So, with all that said and done, let's get into this Extruder deck profile. So starting off with one of the best cards in the deck to open up with, Picari at Extruder. Two, if you want to play 3 of those, and 3 Achichi. And that's the only 3 of Extruders you play. Both of these are your one card starters. Now, thanks to the new support, literally you can do the entire, I'm not even joking, the entire Extruder OTK combo. The one that we've all known and loved since day one of this deck being, well, created. You can do that exact combo with just one of these. Absolutely insane in terms of like the consistency. It doesn't seem like much, but once you know that combo and once you build around that, the consistency is skyrockets with this deck. It's just absolutely insane. I really want to say it's now on par to like Dolce OTK in terms of like, you have so many one card combo starters now that you can just build your deck around that combo with in terms of like your ratios, and then everything else in that deck is just go second cards. As you like, spoiler, this is a go second built designed deck. Literally as I was putting this together, I had like 10 to like nearly 14, I want to say, flex spots in this deck that you can just shove in go second cards. It's absolutely insane. So 3 of each Picari and Achichi. Then we have double Doyon, double Buru. I go with double Hyari. Like those are your main engine. Like that's your combo pieces. The rest is extenders. So I've gone with, in terms of like the Extruders, like finishing off those guys, double Hyari, 1 Doshin and 1 Gachiri. In terms of like the Extruder monsters, I just play that. I don't play the new guy, which is, like, if I want to get him out, I don't play, because I did print these off as well, which again, as always, shout outs to Alan Mac, DeviantArt, Alan Mac 95, DeviantArt. Like, this guy is amazing in terms of like his proxy. He's so quick, I love him. He or she. I don't play the new one, Damari at Extruder. If you want to go for a pure, like 100% pure fun deck, I would definitely play like one of these. But in terms of like competitive, like I want to take this to like locals and above, I don't play that guy. And I'll keep those unsleeved for later. So But I do play these because I play double Hyade because I like his level adjustment. You rarely get that level adjustment off, but the fact that he has that level adjustment is very handy for the deck because you like level 4s more than anything else. So that's why I play double Hyade. The one Doshin and one Getchiri are again both free to special summon extenders that are called at Ignister. And Cyberse as well. For my other monsters and extenders, I play double Parallel Exceeds and one Math Mech Edition. If I didn't play the Exceed, I would just go triple Math Mech Edition. The reason I've gone for the Math Mech Edition is just because I like the fact that he's a free extender, that's Cyberse type, level 4, but also can give your monster an additional 1k boost. I'd rather play this over Subtraction, just because if your opponent's monsters are unaffected by effects, you can't then do that. So I like to have the freedom that I can always resolve addition as long as I have another monster on board, which you're always going to have. I gone for, but unfortunately I only own one addition, so I went with the 2 Exceed. Because if you open up with 1 Exceed, it's a free extender, but also gets another free extender out of your deck. And then you can either go for link plays, or you can go for a rank 4 play. So that's it for monsters. For spells, 3 Silent Mining as always, and I've gone with 2 When I First Met You. I love the puns. The word puns on the iCards are just amazing. Why have I gone with only 2 I Met You? You can perform combos if you open up with this. I'd rather search this off Picari, which is weird because now we're not searching, which actually it's not really weird. It's fantastic. I don't have to search Island with Picari anymore. I can now search this. So Picari, essentially Picari becomes another Ichichi in a deck, which is amazing. I've seen a few people, I know a few people are kind of bashing on this like a little bit and saying like, why are we getting this? Like, you don't know how good it is to have a searchable rotor with your monster, and especially it's better because of the link 1. If the link 1 didn't do what he does, this would be like hit and miss. Like, I guess it'd still be good, it'd still be fantastic. It's another rotor that can be searched, but then you still have to search your island with your Picari and something, so on and so forth. I've gone with 2. I did try out 3 at first, but as playtesting I felt like I didn't need the 3rd. I did not need the 3rd copy. So if you guys don't know what this card does, essentially reveal a Cyberse monster with 2300 attack from your hand or extra deck. And if you do, add 1 Ignister with the same attribute from your deck to your hand. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters or activate effects to set Cyberse monsters. And during the end phase of the turn, you do not special summon that revealed monster. You take 2300 points of damage. You can activate 1 When I First Met You per turn. So again, another rotor. So bear in mind with the 2300 attack, what that gives you, essentially any Ignister in your extra deck, as well as any Code Walker. So those are the targets that you can reveal in your extra deck. So you'll see how the extra deck slightly differs and changes once with this new support. And I will give you an option as well for one of them to be a replacement. So 2 When I First Met You. Finally, no offense, but finally we can just play 2 islands. Ideally, like, realistically, you can get away with just 1 island now and treat it like a Salomon Great, like the Salomon Great field spell. But personally, I like the 2 island just because I said this to a friend of mine because he was saying like, oh yeah, we can, why not 1 island? I said, because I got to respect that Cosmic Cyclone is a card. So I'm not taking this deck. I haven't built this deck in terms of like the current meta. I just built it designed around any possible meta that I can face off against. Because by the time we get this new support, the meta is going to be different. The meta is going to be changed. But Cosmic Cyclone will always be a valid card in the game. Always. Banishing is always good. So I want to respect Cosmic Cyclone, wording it that way. So this to the point where I'm playing 2 islands instead. Because if one of them goes, then I've got the other one for backup. If Cosmic Cyclone wasn't a card, yeah, I'd play 1 island because you can always just use island to put back island. I like island can just reset itself. But because it could get banished, I play 2. But 1 is an option. For the rest of the I cards, in terms of spells, I'm playing 2 Idle Reborns and 1 Tie Strike. You'll see why I play Tie Strike. It's a really cool thing. I'll mention it after the combos as well. What the little synergy that you can do with Tie Strike, which is just really cool. This is my fun card. This is my personal tech. Spicy tech is the 1 Tie Strike. You don't have to play Tie Strike at all. If you want to take this card out, I'd put in like a Monster Reborn, something like that. Or just another Go Second card. And speaking of the Go Second cards, barring the 1 trap we play in this deck, everything else is now Go Second. So we have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 Go Second cards. It's insane. So I've gone with 3 Forbidden Chalice. This can be any forms of effect negation that you want to. It can be the other Forbidden card that everyone's playing, but I don't own that because that's expensive. So I've gone with 3 Chalice. It could be Imperm as well if you want. I just gone with Chalice because it's very flexible in terms of like Go Second. You can play it whenever you want to essentially, so I've gone with the 3 Chalice. The 1 Mind Control, as you saw, the 1 Regeki and double Dark Hole. This can be any board wipe that you want. I've gone with these board wipes just because when you're going second, before you do your combo, if you open up with these, you can go, okay, cool, Dark Hole, negated, okay, cool, Dark Hole, negate that, oh, okay, cool, Regeki. Like, unless you're up against back row, which then your side deck then comes in for back row, plus you got your Wind Pegasus as well. These are fantastic, just simple, I play this, 1 for whatever. It's essentially at the very least a 1-for-1 to just clear off your opponent's front row, and then you can start going off with your combo. But again, if you want to take one of these cards out for back row hate, you can take those out, like one of them out for Harpy's Feather Duster. You can take out both Dark Holes for things like Cosmic Cyclone, Twin Twisters, stuff like that. If you want to, like, if your locals tend to be more back row heavy. And then for hand traps, I play the 3 Ash Blossom just because it's generic, it's versatile. Every deck searches in some way or another, so Ash Blossom's good. And I went with 2 Ghost Ogre. Again, it can be any hand trap that you want. I gone with Ghost Ogre just because it's simple. You play this, and your opponent activates something, play this, out it, keep going. And then the 1 trap guy I'm playing is the brand new Mono I Mono. It's fantastic, I love it. And the artwork's great if you've watched Reigns to the end. Like the reference that this artwork dictates is amazing. Essentially what Mono I Mono does is that monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack for each card you control. If you're at Ignister battles, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. When your at Ignister monster is destroyed by battle, you can target 1 Cyberus monster 2300 attack in your graveyard, except the destroyed monster, special summon it. You can use the effect of Mono I Mono once per turn. If you didn't want to play Mono I Mono, it could be again another back row card. It could be another Go Second card, or what I would probably play is IQ, just as that 1 tech that you can play in your deck to help you go first, because IQ says basically each player can only link summon once a turn, which if the format is still link based, you can play that. You could also play things like Cool Valley Grave, Dynamics of Pankratops, so bear in mind you do lock yourself into Cyber, so it's a bit iffy on Pankratops. It could be another extender. It could even be things like Super Poly, if you know that the format like allows Super Poly to be pretty good. But yeah. So that's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck before we get into the combo. Bear in mind this is going to be a long video. Starting off with the non-link monsters. We play the 1 Light Dragon at Ignister, 1 Wind Pegasus at Ignister, and 1 Cyberburst Quantum Dragon. If you're playing Super Poly, this would be your fusion target for whatever you need. But I just gone with these. I didn't want to play Super Poly in the end, just because it is very... it differs depending on... If you're not facing off against links, then you can't really play like the Earth Golem, things like that. So I took that card out. I just played like the Dark Holes and the Regeki, and I went with Cyber's Quantum as well. For the link monsters, for your 2 big boss monsters, Access Code Talker and Mech Knight Crusader Alpha Max, you'll see why I play Alpha Max later on, and then the Access Code Talker just because he's just literally a board wipe in himself. For link 3s, we're playing 2 Dark Templar at Ignisters, 1 Transcode Talker, and the one Fire Phoenix at Ignister. So I've always been a fan of double Templar. I like one for the combo and one for backup. Transcode Talker, you now use him solely to go into your access code talker, which is very, very nice. And Fire Phoenix is your fire target to help search your Ichichi if you need to with When I First Met You. If you don't want to play Fire Phoenix, Power Code Talker is another option. Currently, that's the only other option. But in the future, once we do eventually get it, Decode Talker Heat Soul will definitely replace Fire Phoenix. But currently what we have at this moment in time, and for what we know is currently revealed to be coming out later on, Fire Phoenix is the best target that you can play at the moment, just because he has some utilities and some uses, because he can do burn damage and things like that. That's it for the Link 3s. For the Link 2s, we're playing double Splash Mage and one Wicked. I'm actually a big fan of double Splash Mage. I think Splash Mage is like the best Link 2 that you can play in terms of like making your boards, doing your extenders and things like that, and your recovery plays as well, just because him in himself is a Link 3, which is fantastic. And he just provides so much versatility in recovery. And then Wicked is part of your combo. And then your Link 1s is the one Lingaribo, because he's still good. And 2, Dark Infant at Ignister. So Dark Infant at Ignister, if you don't know what he does, is a Link 1 that just takes a non-Link at Ignister monster. So better man, you can use like your Synchros and your Xyz if you want to. If this card is Link summoned, you add one island from your deck to your hand. When a Cyberse monster with 2300 original attack activates its effect, quick effect, you can move this card to your main monster zone it points to. Then you can change this card's attribute to any attribute until the end of this turn. So that second effect is only good if you're playing like if you're playing the Link 6, because he requires monsters of different attributes, 3+. This can become essentially any attribute that you need. You're mostly using this guy for his first effect to search island, which is fantastic. He could literally do nothing else after that. If this card literally just said search island on Link summon, cool, done, you play it. I play 2 of it, just because one for your combo and one for your recovery. And speaking of that combo, let's quickly get into that combo. So if you open up with Picari or a Chi-Chi, you do the entire combo, which is just absolutely insane. So I'm going to say we open up with Picari. So you normal Picari. Picari searches you out your When I First Met You. You then play the I First Met You. You reveal your Fire Phoenix or Power Code Talker or Heat Soul and search out your Ichichi. You can then go Picari, Link Summon into Dark Infant. Dark Infant adds you Island. Fantastic. You play Island. You then use Island to special Ichichi. Ichichi then adds Doyon. Wherever he is, there he is. You then link these two off into your Cyberse Wicked. So I'm going to quickly say, if you opened up with Ichichi instead, you go normal Ichichi, search Picari, link Ichichi into Infant, Infant searches Island, play Island, special Picari, Picari then searches you, I First Met You, play I First Met You, reveal Dark Templar, and search Doyon. That is kind of a better play, just because you're not going to burn at the end, because you are going to burn at the end of this. So you are going to take the 2300 damage. But bear in mind, this goes second, so you don't really care. Because that burn damage happens at the end phase. So do bear that in mind. With Island, we now special summon Doyon to his own Wicked points to. You then use Doyon to add the one that you haven't special summoned yet. In this case, we add Picari. And then Wicked activates, banishes the Dark Infant, and adds you Buru. Wherever he is, you add Buru. You then link these two off, and then you summon out your Splash Mage. Doyon now activates and adds you back I First Met You, which is just fantastic. You're going to get back that card at the end of this, which is just fantastic. You then use your field spell, special summon Buru. Buru can then send anything that you want, like, well, it doesn't really matter. You don't even have to send anything, so I'm just going to send Hyade. Because why not? You then activate Splash Mage and you revive something else of a different name. from your grave in defense mode, link all 3 off into your Dark Templar at Ignister. Then you special summon Picari or Chi-Chi depending how you started off the combo. And then Templar activates, brings these cards back. Synchro summon into Wind Pegasus or Cyrus Quantum, doesn't really matter. Voodoo revives the other material that you used, and then you use those for your Light Dragon. And that's it, that's the combo. One card, one Picari or one Chi-Chi gets you Island, Light Dragon, Wind Pegasus, Dark Templar, so it's 3 monster pops, 3 spell and trap pops, complete OTK, and you get back a Rota to your hand. Fantastic, absolutely amazing. The consistency is so much better thanks to these new cards. So I'm going to quickly, before this gets way too long, I'm going to explain why I play TIE Strike in the deck. And it's all thanks to Avramax. So the reason I've gone to put TIE Strike in the deck because of Avramax is that it's really cool, really gimmicky ruling that you can do with Avramax and TIE Strike. So if your Avramax battles, let's say a Blue Eyes White Dragon, so that's at 3k, yeah? You battle with the Avramax. Before Avramax activates to increase the attack, now let's say you're battling an Ultimate Dragon, that works better. So you're battling an Ultimate Dragon, yeah? You now, Avramax attacks, activate effect of Avramax to increase. Then you activate TIE Strike. TIE Strike now makes both our monsters 4,500 attack. It makes my monster match the opponent's. Now Avramax resolves and gains the Ultimate Dragon's attack. So now Avramax would be at 9,000 attack. Beats over the Ultimate Dragon. That's 4,500 points of damage there. And then TIE Strike resolves and burns both players for their destroyed monster's attack. Avramax hasn't died in the result of battle, so you take no damage, but the opponent does. So in this situation, your opponent took 9,000 points of damage because of the Avramax TIE Strike combo. That's why I played TIE Strike. It's very fun, very gimmicky. It can get you games just because of the burn damage in general and the things that you can do, because it does just naturally synergize with Ignisters, obviously. But this is the reason why I play it solely, is because of the Avramax combo that you can do it with it. So that, guys, is the deck profile plus combo plus, I guess, ruling, like TIE Strike ruling. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below what you think. Are you excited as I am for this new Ignister support? I surely am. So with all that's said and done, if you enjoy this, like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, as always, happy dueling.